Last time on Gibbs Crib, you didn't care. Today, once again, you won't. This is all my consoles. Let's start with... let's start with whatever that is on Zoom. Okay. This is my DVD console. Pretty good game. Hitchcock's face. Hancock's face. Windbag the Sailor. But enough about me. This is the Ps3 and Ps1 area. Above, you can see there's the Ps3 just there. It's the one with the... it can play PS1 games, not PS2 games, which is why we still have a PS2. I'm gonna move this. Okay, we got a Metal Gear Solid Collection HD Collection. Henry, you're also here again.
Yes.
You play Metal. Actually, sit here. Sit closer to the mic this time.
Yeah, I must sit here.
So you played Metal Gear Solid Collection. What do you think about them? I haven't played it at all.
Is good. I cried at all of the ends of them because, you know, it's Metal Gear. It has the story. You know, it has really long cutscenes, as you'd imagine if you know anything about Metal Gear. And I mean, the story is complicated as fuck, but having those three together really, you know, helps make sense of things. Also, the original two games are on the...
We got the first one
it's
on...
like the Metal Gear...
Wait, is it on this? Metal Gear 1?
It's on Metal Gear Solid 3, and it's like, one's about Big Boss, and one's about Solid Snake.
Also got Metal Gear Sauce 4.
Yeah, that's awesome as well.
I've never got into the Metal Gear franchise. I want to, but of course it's a long-ass super trilogy, not even a trilogy. It's a lot of games. But, you're probably planning on getting the next one, aren't you? Metal Gear Solid 5,
yeah.
Up the ass.
Yep.
Where you play as big-ass boss. I know a bit of the story, because I asked a friend, like, can you explain it to me? Basically, it's Metal Gear Solid, and then there's the story of Big Boss, which was the guy that Metal Gear Solid Snake was based off, because he's a clone. And then Big Boss has his big boss, which is a girl, lady, and she's badass. And yeah, enough. Sly Cooper, thief. The lighting's terrible here.
Turn on the light.
Wait, maybe if I just get out the way. No, I don't even know. I can't even tell. Yeah, turn on the light.
I'm gonna do it.
I would have thought daylight would be good. No, turn it on a bit more than that. Metal Gear Solid 1, Sly Cooper edition. Thieves in Time was like the fourth game in the franchise of Sly Coopers, and it wasn't as good as the other ones, but it was kind of good because it had things in it. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. The game has a lot of cool things that I would have loved as a kid, but overall it's not as entertaining for some reason. Not quite sure what that is, what reason that is, because it is very much feels exactly like one of the other games. It was a good try. It was a very good try, but something was lost in translation because it was a different company that made that one. First three were Sucker Punch, and this was, what was it?
Well,
This was Sanzaru, which is, so I don't know. Assassin's Creed 3. Boring. That's basically that. Fallout New Vegas. I got this on my PlayStation computer, personal PlayStation computer on my computer. I have all the DLC for it on that, so it's more fun there. But this is still good.
We had it first on the console, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember playing it for the first time. I found it really difficult to aim, and then I realised how much easier it was on the PC. But it was still fun.
I haven't played Fallout 3. Sorry, I'm eating a sausage roll. That's that one. Mag, also known as massively ass gay.
Yeah. I got kind of good at that for a while. but then I got out of practice and I was like,
The whole selling point of the game is that it's an army game, and you can play with up to 256 players in a big old battle. But it's not really ever. It's not even that exciting.
I can do the same thing as slightly more interesting than Planet Side 2, although that's kind of pay to win.
Land Wiry. Rockstar Gaze presents Land Wiry, L'Année Noire. You play as a L'Année Noire and you go and you go, what's this?
And you can chase down the people and other things. I like the chasing down people with the just tap the X button and run faster after them, and then you grab them and then you got them and then you armor the police without the stuff.
Insubstantial. I think that's what he says. Grand Theft Auto 5. I liked San Andreas the most, so when this was coming around, I was like, whoa, San Andreas again? It's gonna be great, it's gonna be great. And of course, it was that, but also much great. It was a great game, even if it wasn't San Andreas, it was just great. They did it. They did it. Here's a good analysis, review, I don't fucking know, of this game. Click the link. I just realised I didn't put any links on the actual other video. Well, you know what, don't click the link, just figure out what I'm talking about. Large Small Planet 2. This was the sequel to the pretty good Little Big Planet. And they just added some stuff and the levels are different, I guess.
They added quite a lot of stuff.
Well, a huge amount of stuff. Like, so much more possibility to build stuff. And we got into that with the programming. You could have a chip, and you could program things to happen and gravity to change, and it was all so much easier. But we still couldn't make a cool level. Well,
yeah,
Charlie could.
Yeah, Charlie could, because he's smart. But it was all kind of overwhelming for me to understand all the logic of the programming, even in a game thing.
Battlefield Bad Company 2.
It's still good.
Yeah. This was like one of the last good Battlefield games. Battlefield 3 was like, something about it I didn't like. Battlefield 4 is apparently also pretty good, but I don't know. Battlefield Hardline is a piece of shit, you shouldn't even think about it. But this one was pretty good when it was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
You could blow up things and buildings and such.
Yeah, that was the best part.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Not played this one because it's an old man game. I don't like old man games because you're an old man game. Because you're an old franchise already. At this point, it was like, come on, just move on. But you know, apparently this is alright because it's got cool multiplayer. I haven't played it. A lot of these things I haven't played because I wasn't really a PS3 guy.
I'd just say it was alright though.
Battlefield 5. Grand Theft Auto 4. It's the one with the Rusky.
Nickel Bellic Block.
It looked too brown for me. I hated games that looked brown because it seemed like everything was brown. What happened to the collar? Oh, it's dead. But you know, whatever. Assassin's Creed Revelations. I don't even know which one in the series this is. It's just some fucking other renovations. They changed rooms and they renovated the house and they gave it nice, like, frilly carpets.
That's true.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I think Charlie tried that for a second and then puked.
He tried it for exactly 1 second and died. He's dead now. That's why he's not in these videos. Red Dead Redemption, though, is not shit. It is
fucking awesome.
It is cowboy roaming around. If the only thing I would like more about this game, no, I think, because I didn't really play it. I watched my brother play it. There's something about it. I think there's just not enough people to kill. You know, in Grand Theft Auto, you could just, you know, you don't need to drive for long to find people to run over. In this, you got to ride your horse for a long time to find people to run over.
Well,
but
it feels good to ride your horse also.
It does. It's a very good horse movement game.
I find to be pretty damn good.
Oh yeah.
Until I couldn't find anyone to match me with.
Need for P. Speed shit.
I think we got given
shit
that at like the beginning. Like
Yeah.
we got given like 3 games to start with, and we only played one of them.
Yeah. The racing game that everybody seems to have but nobody plays. What kind of driver are you? I walk. Just Cause 2. Why do we have it? Just cause.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing ever.
I didn't like it because it was so ridiculous. I'm like, come on, dude, you can't do that with a parachute. It's impossible. But, you know, apparently it's just okay as a... Because it's like an open world. I didn't even realise it was an open world.
I enjoyed it for a short while, blowing up things, but then I found that some of it isn't actually that good, you know, it's like... I mean, it's basically the flying around parachute game. You can't really drive cars well, because they're just so fucking awkward. And everything is awkward, and, you know, combat. It's just the parachute game. You want a parachute simulator with people trying to kill you? Just cause 2 people. Just cause 2.
Just Cause 2 games to be existed, like Heavy Rain. This was heavy, man. It was also rain. Sean! Jason! 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 It's the game that nobody actually likes, but people say it was a masterpiece. But they don't like it either. Assassin's Creed 2, the only good one. Well, you know, the one I played at all. I like this because Florence was a city I've actually been to, so I could say, whoa, I kind of know that sort of bit of a thing. It's got like a bit of a thing.
Yeah.
You can go in the big old dome in the middle. You can still go on that dome. If you go to Florence, the big old dome thing, you can climb up to the very, very steeple top and look around. And in this you can climb on the outside and kill yourself by falling.
You know, the one thing I find with all the Assassin's Creeds is that the guys that you're fighting, they just sort of stand there and wait for you to kill the guy that you're killing really exaggeratedly. And, you know, and then they attack, and then they get killed because they waited.
Yeah.
It's just a big line of dead people.
Sorcery. I think this and iPad Charlie or somebody got because we had the PlayStation Move, you know, the thing with the ball on the end that nobody actually uses anymore. And this was supposed to be like one of those games that you use with it, and I never even looked at it. It's just here. Very much just here.
Yeah. Did any of us actually play that?
Charlie played it, but he didn't play it a lot. Like for I don't know, he got it and then he played it for like 15 seconds.
Yeah, I think that was how
But here is a good double game.
Yeah.
The classics, Ico, and Shadow of the Colado. The Shadow of the Collateral Damage. You play as the same guy, and you do puzzles and combat. You know these games. Shadow of the Colossus is a classic because you just fight Colossus. You climb on them and you kill them. And you gotta climb up. You gotta climb onto them. And you gotta climb on them.
And then the Eco
Is
quest, but it's actually not as bad as an escort quest. In fact, it's probably the only good one.
Beyond Toot Source. This is a game where there's a girl, and she's the same girl that you've seen in every other game, and you are playing as her as she goes around, and you've got a guy that's a ghost or a ghost and a thing, and you're 2 souls. You control the other soul. It goes woo, and it freaks people out. And she escapes and she goes to Mexico. I can't remember. Didn't play that one either. Charlie bought that one.
Yeah.
But this
bad that Beyond the thing. It's just
I don't know. It looked
the writing was very cheesy.
I don't know.
It tried to be like Heavy Rain, but it was.
But it has the Green Goblin in it. Look at that guy. It's the Green Goblin.
Yeah, but we go. Pretty much.
Here's another Metal Gear Solid. Rising game. You got to cut at will.
Yeah.
You know.
I played it. It's fun, but it's not like. It's not as heavily stealth. You can stealth, but it's less of that. More.
It's about slashing the shit out of things.
Yeah.
And it's fun for that. I've seen people say this is a great game. Buy it, I guess. Ratchet and Clank, Tools of Destruction. Yeah. With this game, I felt Ratchet and Clank was going downhill, so I didn't even bother getting the other ones. Which sucks, because this is a cliffhanger ending, which it forces you to buy the next ones in the series. So I thought, fuck you, I'm not even going to. All in all, though, it's an okay Ratchet and Clank game. It's the same with the Sly game. It feels alright, but it doesn't feel correct.
Technically good, but it doesn't have a lot of heart.
I can understand why somebody would get nostalgic for this game instead of Ratchet and Clank 1, 2, and 3, because like they played it first. Once I play it again, I will be able to figure out exactly why I don't like it as much. Until that point, I just have a gut feeling. Mod Nation racists. You create a racist, and you go around, you bake races out of your ass. It's like Little Big Planet, but for racing, until Little Big Planet made a racing add-on for their game.
They made a whole game.
A whole game, yeah. Frantic online, racing for up to 12 players. We don't have the Little Big Planet one. But this was like fun for like 5 minutes, but I don't know. Making a kart race, you just go woo 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 and then try it out and you're like, yeah, I'd made it. Well, time to stop playing forever. The most enjoyable part was creating a character.
Yeah.
Like you see all these guys, you create a character, and I made one that looked like Sanji from One Piece. Uncharted, Drake's Fortune. Is this the first one?
I think so. Maybe.
Yeah, Drake's Fortune. This is a pretty good one. Uncharted games I don't like particularly because of various reasons.
The first one was quite unforgiving. I remember you getting quite frustrated trying to play through like some kind of boat thing with a grenade launcher.
Oh yeah.
And people shooting at you, you died a lot, and then they were afraid of the controller about.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as easy as the other ones, but the easiness isn't a problem, because I got like frustrated at other games that I love now. But like, there's something about the way this is, it's more of a movie than a game. I would rather watch somebody play this game than play it myself, and that's why I kind of feel like it's not really as good as a game, because it's trying to be Tomb Raider. I mean, that's obviously like an inspiration. Tomb Raider is one of those things in gaming, but it's not about raiding tombs, it's more about shooting, and I hate the shooting, and so much shooting happens that it just annoys me. There's not enough tombs. There's not enough cool adventure. It's just like it's like Indiana Jones, but not actually interesting. Well, Max Payne 3.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a Rockstar game. You go around your Max Payne, you go pew, pew, pew. I don't even fucking know. Why do we have this?
Yeah, we never played it.
Battlefield 3, like I said, not as good as Battlefield Bad Company 2 because it's 3, and you all know that nothing exists if it's called Battlefield.
It's just trying to be competitive with COD, but I liked it when it was just doing a different thing by having gravity bullets and stuff.
Wanted, Weapons of Shit. This was the most hilarious piece of shit I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was
so
not bad.
It was like, at the very beginning you're like, I'm a badass, but I'm only a teenager. This is how I can bend physics to shoot guys. I'm the best, I'm the coolest, I'm the coolest, I'm the best. I am the coolest, I'm the best. Look at how cool I am. Look at how edgy I am. I am the best. And I'm like...
Yeah, I played the whole thing.
I would have liked it if it was fun, but the only reason you would play it, in my opinion, is to laugh at this fucking narrator.
Oh yeah, that was pretty much why I played it.
Crisis 2.
It's not as good as the first, but it's a game.
Yeah, you go around, you become critically injured.
I mean, I just don't like the setting. I mean, it's like, oh, it's a... First off, I don't like the aliens and all the squishiness changed, because the ones in the first one, they were pretty fucking scary aliens, and they were fucking intimidating. These ones were just like, And also, you're in a city. I like being in the jungle, where you could just, you know, sneak up on guys, and you pick them up by the throat and throw them into a shack, and the shack falls down and everybody dies. and then the helicopter comes in and you jump and you punch the helicopter and the helicopter dies.
I didn't know you could do that.
I did it. I did it in multiplayer.
Sounds pretty cool, actually. Oh, look, Vanquish. This also has a 3D thing. Look at that, fucking 3D.
The concept is kind of low.
What is this?
It's just like, he's a footballer who gets given a power suit to help people in some war and nobody knows why they're doing it. Because some guy kidnapped your girlfriend and he's evil for some reason, therefore you must go and kill him. And I got up to that guy and then he just whooped my ass and I gave up.
Yep. Sounds like one of those things.
You have a lot of jumpity roundy shooty things and it's kind of crazy. But when it got to that difficulty spike, I was going like, okay, fuck it, I just don't care anymore.
Have you noticed, by the way, just how many first-person shooters there are in this? We don't even really like them. You know, we play like... I bought, like, for example, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 because everybody at school was already into Modern Warfare and they were going to get a Modern Warfare 2 and I was like, well, I feel like I should like buy it because, you know, I got a PS3 now and I want to fit in. So I bought it and played it and I hated it because it was a piece of shit and I don't like first-person shooters at all.
Yeah.
And then like 90% of every game now is a well, not now, not anymore, but like in the PS3 beginning era, everything was a first-person shooter because it was all trying to be the same.
I got sucked into that game trying to fit in. It really sucked for me. It actually taught me that first-person shooters really just suck and that I shouldn't like things.
Well, they don't suck. It's just that as you get like disillusioned to this huge amount of them, you end up disliking a game purely based on the fact that it does a certain game mechanic. Like Doom is a first-person shooter, but it's great. But like a PS3 first-person shooter with high-end graphics is like, as soon as I see that, I'm like, no, thank you. I don't even care if it's good. I don't want it. Just like, well, this isn't quite first-person. This is The Last of Us or Uncharted 5, where Nathan is old and the zombie apocalypse happened, and there's the girl from Beyond Two Souls, and it's a collaborative game where they go around, eat mushrooms. It's pretty good, I guess. I haven't really played it much. Here's a review of it. No, thank you. No reviews.
I liked it, but it was kind of difficult. People complained about the aiming, but I thought that was just part of the challenge.
I just noticed I can't see Uncharted 2 anywhere. We've got Uncharted 1, but this is Uncharted 3, where you fall out of a plane into the desert and you go insane. That's that game.
Yeah.
Yet more Uncharted. It's alright, I guess. Where is Uncharted 2?
I don't know. Is it not at the back?
Well, I saw it at the back. I'm looking at the back. There's not there. There's not there. Is it on these pile of DVDs? No. Well, here's Dog of War 3. Dog of War is where you are a clown, due to the red makeup, and you go around trying to spread joy to all the Greek gods and the Zeus and such, and you go, woohoo, look at my spinning blades, and, you know, you have fun with that.
Yeah.
A spectacle fighter, one of the best, I assume, but not maybe the best in the series, probably not the best in the series. Oh, but Soink Generations, this was a pretty good Soink game. You play as both 2D Sonic, or rather Fat Sonic and Thin Sonic. Little Fat Sonic is funnier because he doesn't say anything, but you know, and he's got better games.
Yeah.
But even so, I do enjoy just going woo in the 3D Sonics because it's like, yeah, homing attack makes everything sort of very, very simple, and you just go pew 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 woo woo woo. I don't know. Sonic is fun, kind of.
Yeah.
Small Big Planet. The first one is the same as the second one, but with less. Don't buy it, or do buy it, because I guess you might need it.
Well, you get the old content from that game put onto the 2.
Oh yeah. This has unique content from the first game. If you want unique content from the second game, you can just have that. You don't need this, but then you won't have this. And some of the stuff in this is good, so you've got to buy both. It's a conspiracy. It's play with everything, conspiracy. And the last game...
I made a weird thing with a tank in that, and it was terrible.
Oh, you did? I remember.
Yeah, it was just so badly done. I didn't know how to use the grid mechanic, so I just sort of made this squiggly mess.
Yeah.
Because of all the corners, it lagged.
You can set the draw. You can draw things with a square or whatever in a grid, and I always found that to be useful. But then Henry just went made it.
Yeah.
Killzone 3. I don't know. Fucking shooter.
Brown.
It's brown, you shoot, you kill, and it's in the zone. So that's PS3. And now I'm going to do a transition. And this is the transition. We're going to talk about the PS2 games, which are in the back. There's much better games. Let's shove all this shit to the side.
Did you say PS2 again?
Yeah. Ps1. This is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. The cover is gone, but there's the disc. Oh, I can't even show you. It's got black. PS1 games had black discs. It's pretty cool. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone on PS1. I made a Let's Play of it where I talk about all the cool things I like about it. If you can stand my Let's Plays, you probably can't. Unless you have a lot of time on your hands or don't even listen to them. But it's a great fun adventure game. A bit more linear. No, actually, it's just about as linear as the other games that are like in the series.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you like Harry Potter and you like PS1 games, well, you should already have had this. Sheepdog and... oh dear. The thing with these things, they fall apart often. Sheepdog and Wolf, while I repair it, is a game where you play as Wile E. Coyote as he attempts to steal sheep in a sheep-stealing game show run by Daffy Duck. And I think the disc is loose.
I think, like, I tried playing it, but I just didn't understand how to do the stealth, so I died a lot.
Yeah, the stealth was difficult. You had to... I mean, it's a very cool comedy-womedy. God damn it. Right. It's a very cool comedy game. You go around stealing sheep from Sheepdog, who I think appears in some other cartoons. I don't know. But like, there's lots of Acme sort of things, like you can run over pits if you're running like super fast. You know how they go with the legs spinning? I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to explain. It's just very fun. And it's a strategy, and it's a platformer, and it's Looney Tunes. It's fucking Looney Tunes, man.
Yeah.
Now what do we have here? Oh. Don't know why Wii Sports is here, but Wii Sports is good. The golf game is one of the best golf games ever made. The tennis game is tennis. The bowling is great. The boxing I don't care about really. And the home run game, home run, homo suck. That guy. That's kind of difficult. But if you can get it to work, it's pretty good. So it came with the Wii, and we love it. Woo. Mickey's Wild Adventure. I don't know where the case is. I think it's over there. It is over there. I'll show you that later. What is this? What is this? Oh, it's an iPad stamp thing. You put your thing on the ground, and then the camera says, "That's an iPad thing. Let's put an iPad." And he goes,
Yeah,
all right.
pretty much.
Rugrats. Which one? It's Rugrats Studio Tour. Also, the top of this is broken.
I love that game.
It is a fun game. It's you might have seen the that one Rugrats going around Reptile Land thing on Game Grumps. This isn't that. It's better because it's hard to recommend this sort of thing because like it's a shit THQ licensed game, but it's got a good sense of humor, and even though the controls are terrible, a lot of PS1 controls were terrible, so it's excusable for me. But basically, you play as all these different kids. Angelica, Susie, Phil, Lil, fucking all of them at different points, and they go to themed areas in a Hollywood studio sort of place, and they do mini games related to that. They try and collect keys, which they can use to unlock a door, because Baby Dill went behind an unlocked door and locked himself in. You got to find hundreds of keys, some reason, to get him out.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense why you would need hundreds of keys.
There's like some modes of the mini games that I like and some that I don't like it so much, but you know, it's
Yeah.
really fun.
Overall, it's a fun, nostalgic experience. This is what I mean by nostalgia. It's bad. I like it. You won't like it. But it's nostalgic. That's what nostalgic means to me. If something's good, it's not nostalgic. It's just good. Like, you know, Ratchet and Clank. That's good. But Rugrats is nostalgic. It also means I like it. That's what it means. Anyway, just in case you get all stupid. Army Men Land, Sea and Air. This is a game where you place green plastic army men on the march.
Yeah.
And it's a great ass game.
We played against each other in the past.
Funnily enough, also terrible controls. It's got tank controls, you know. You go forward and then you got to go turn around and then go forward. You can't move smoothly.
I always got killed because I ran in and then I think Charlie was crouched and then he shot me. But then I put a landmine on the flag and then he died.
Yeah, that. The multiplayer is fun. You do capture the flag. You got this. The thing about this game is that even though it's like really stupid, green plastic people, the atmosphere that they build with the sound effects and the you know, the level design, it feels like you're in a fog
War zone.
in a war zone with explosions, because there's no music and you can occasionally hear an explosion. You can hear gunshots ricocheting off things. You don't have a radio going. You're just a guy in the Second World War, maybe, with just walking like.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool as fuck. Resident Evil doesn't have the cover. Also cracked. Not the disc. Resident Evil 1. It's a bad game. Also with terrible tank controls. I think that was just a thing that PlayStation games they just didn't know how to do it. But it is a good game because it scares me still. Because I didn't really play it as a kid. So everything that's in it, I get scared at. I'm like, ah! Oh, okay. Ah!
The scariest thing is the fact that it's not easy to run away.
Yeah, the bad controls make it scary. Oh look, it's Croc, also EA Classics, Value Series, PlayStation. Why do they have 1, 2, 3, 4 things and then the actual box art? It doesn't make any sense. Croc Legend of the Gogos is a platformer game with also terrible tank controls. But
flawed, but I like the colours.
Yeah, and it's got a thick ass booklet. Probably because it's in 7 million languages, and it's just one sentence for each language. Yeah, it's a fun-ish game. I haven't really played a lot of it. Well, I have. I've tried it a bunch of times to get into it, to try and get as far as I could. I couldn't. I couldn't get as far as I could.
You could only get less.
Tomb Raider!
I remember getting to a part with 2 bears and an Aztec key and I couldn't get out of the pool without dying.
That's level 1. That's level like 1, 2.
Yeah.
But I haven't completed this on another person's game, on another person's system. I got far, but since I haven't got far with this particular thing, memory card, I'm gonna have to play it again. I think I got to like this big temple underground with sand and lions, and it was great, and it's a great game. Tomb Raider is the best. It's better than Uncharted by fucking far.
Bears. Oh shit.
This is Henry Batten's game. Rock Raider, we put that on there for like also for sharing.
Yeah.
Rock Raiders, Lego Rock Raiders, a Lego game that isn't actually very fun.
I like the music in it though.
I guess, yeah. Basically, the story is that you're a rock raider. You go digging rocks in space, and then you get sucked to another dimension.
If the controls are better, I would like it because I like the look of it and the feel of it.
Yeah, the controls are kind of annoying because you get in your little vehicle and it's a top-down kind of, but it's very, very difficult to control. But the whole space station thing is like something I'd always wanted to build. You can't really see it. It's pretty good. What's this? It's Hogs of War. A great the Hogs of War. It's like Worms, but for PS1. Even though there was a Worms for PS1. 3D Hogs. It's a comedy game, turn-based with weapons and hogs, and they never made a sequel, which is unfortunate because this is one of my favorites. In terms of like army games were better on PS1. We got Hogs of War, we got Army Land, Land, Sea and Air. There's so many other ones on the PS3 and PS4, and they all suck dick. Driver 2. This is alright.
Yeah, I found it weird because, you know...
It's like, it was free-roaming fun before we realised how much more fun it could be in other games. Like, before Grand Theft Auto, we thought this was the bee's fucking knees. We would go on multiplayer, we would get in a car, and we would just drive around and drive around and drive around and drive around and drive around.
I remember the only other thing you could do other than drive around was walk and then just sit in a chair and watch people run away from you just because you were sitting in a chair.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be a bad guy. Action game. Disney's action game. Why is it called Disney's action game featuring Hercules? Do they have other action games? I guess they do. Yeah, this is a great one. This is also on PC, but I think... Yeah, we had the PC one. And then we bought this at like some boot sale. And it's still the fucking best Hercules game that exists. It's cool because it's side-scrolling, but it's also got 3D elements. Like you can run towards the camera in some levels, but in some levels it's side-scrolling, and then you got to find secret passages that go forward or backwards in the scenery, which is awesome. Awesome. You fight the Hydra, you fight everyone. This is Mickey's Wild Adventure. It's a unforgiving game about Mickey Mouse just going around the place, being Mickey Mouse and like platforming, which is really difficult.
Yeah, I tried to get into it and I couldn't. Okay, so I got past like the first level with a lot of fucking difficulty and I killed the boss. But then it was like the haunted level and it was difficult as fuck. And you know what, it's not like the kind of fair difficult, it's kind of like the, oh, you didn't know that unpredictable thing was about to happen, do you? Well, now you don't have any lives. I've played from the very fucking beginning.
Yeah, you don't have continues, and you have to go back to the very beginning of the game when you game over.
It's just like,
and you can't even save the game. There isn't a save function, and there isn't even a password function. So you just basically have to play the entire game flawlessly from beginning to end without stopping. That's it. Yeah. There's just nothing. I mean, unless I'm stupid and didn't figure out how to save, but
it's just like, if you know. It's about, like, you can learn the things if you have the information to know, oh, that's gonna happen, because, you know, but if it's like, oh, I just need to know what happens around the next corner, but I don't have any lives to die that many times to remember, then it's impossible.
Impossible.
Because then it's just like a memory game.
Yeah. Theme Park World. Also, a classic, an EA, a PlayStation, there's so many things, and then there's the box art. Theme Park World. A game where you go around building a theme park, just like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but it's very much more a comedic thing, as you can see from this guy's ass mouth. This guy's mouth. You know, it's just fun. You build a thing, you build your rides, you upgrade the rides, you research new rides, you put down a fountain to appease the people, you put the price of the tickets up. One of the things that happens so much is that you get a message saying people think the ticket prices are a steal. Maybe you should consider raising them. And you're like, okay, I'll raise the prices for the ticket because they think they're so cheap. So you keep raising them and raising them until they get to the maximum, and then he says, you know, at some point, you'll raise them to the maximum that you can go, and he'll say, they think they're fucking steal. Like, how rich are these people? What reputation has this place got that is so rich?
Why is it such a bad thing that people think is such a steal?
Well, it's not a bad thing, it's just like you have the opportunity to get more money from them, so you should. Harry Potter and the fucking second movie on PS2 is not this game, it's PS1. It's basically the PlayStation 2 version, but with everything graphically and video game-like from the first Harry Potter game. So...
Well, isn't it slightly different in some ways?
Very slightly different, but Harry's model is the same, Harry shoots the same, Harry is the same. They have more things, obviously, but like, the gameplay, the way it looks, you know, they're pretty much the same. And it's just a great game, because it's a great fucking
it's not the same
thing.
as like the PS2, is it?
No, I said same as the PS1 game.
Oh, I thought I was very confused.
What's this? It's Ape Escape! Lost the cover for this, lost the booklet for this as well, but Ape Escape, for PAL Ape Escape. Yes, I have a Let's Play of this as well. I'm never gonna put these links in, am I? I'm gonna have to watch this to put the links in. I don't wanna. Just go to Gibbon Gaming and you'll find it. gibbongaming.youtube.youtube.youtube. But yeah, this was a great game. You catch monkeys and they escape. I mean, they escape and then you catch them.
They escape. You just capture them just to let them go.
And lastly, for some reason, I think there's more, but... Rayman and Rayman 2. Two games. On PlayStation 1. I've also got a playthrough of Rayman 2.
I remember the first time I was playing Rayman 2. It's like on Dad's laptop a long time ago, and it was in French or something. And
French? It was in English.
Oh, I don't know.
You probably chose French as a language.
Oh, I was too dumb to know. But it was funny to me. I didn't understand anything they said. Oh no, don't look at me. Ugh. No, burns. But
And now, then the WiiU. This is the Wii's, the GameCube, the Nintendo consoles that we have. Yes, guitar. So let's start with, I said Wii U, but let's start with GameCube. We only have a few GameCube games because we got the GameCube very late, and only because I saw that there was Pikmin. I played at some friend's house, and it was like really cool and amazing, and I'm like, I want it.
yeah.
So we got the GameCube and this. We also wanted to get Mario Party. The GameCube one, I don't remember which one it was. But
the disc, like,
Pikmin
really
was definitely
tiny.
cool. Oh yeah, in case you don't know, GameCube discs.
The GameCube's like in one of those shells, isn't it?
Yeah, so the GameCube's stored away, because we have the Wii, as you can see, and that plays GameCube games, so we don't need the GameCube around. Pokemon Colosseum.
I do like its cubeness, though.
Yes. Colosseum Pugachango, Hongawango, Uwaju Waja, Hujo Waja Hey. I read up on this. I played it for a bit, obviously. But I couldn't really get into it because it was very much a linear game. You would go from like one town to the other. I mean, it was cool because you had a fucking dirt bike, not dirt bike, like a desert riding eagle fucking bike. You would go woo woo and you go from town to town, and you face people with weird fashion sense, and you go, I challenge you to a Pokemon battle, and you fight in arenas. That's why it's Colosseum. It's mostly an arena game.
On the right, on the front. Yeah, that was
Groudon.
Yeah, but I called him Luffy in my Ruby game that I lost. Well, I lost him in it to somewhere. But yeah, I was just remembering that, looking at that.
Looking at this, yeah, looking at this, I remembered that I looked up how do you get all the Pokemon in this, and it's a very, very tiring, stupid, annoying thing where you gotta link things to things, and you just can't get all the Pokemon in this, but you can get certain Pokemon in this you have to give over to your Game Boy games, and it's just fucking annoying. I hate how all these things go nuts and together, and I mean, I guess it's kinda cool if you're a Nintendo guy, but I'm not as much as I am a PS2 guy. So I never had all the possibilities of linking shit together. But, also another good GameCube game, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Path of Radiance? Yes, Path of Radiance. I like Ike, he's pretty cool. And this game is generally pretty good. But the one thing I would say is that the animations for fighting are kind of boring compared to the GameCube ones that came... GameCube? The Game Boy ones that came before.
Yeah. They're cool.
I need to blow my nose.
Like...
Right, sorry about that. What was I saying? Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, not as well animated as the Game Boy... Pixel art animations. They're just sort of like... for a critical hit. I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand 3D is harder to animate because it's new, I think.
Yeah.
But, you know, you had Nintendo 64 and you didn't even try. Oh, yeah. Game Boy player for the thing. You put that, we have this thing. You put your Game Boy in there, you can put that on you can put it on the TV.
I remember when you put your Mario Party, whatever one it was that you had on the Game Boy, and then we played a thing with skating on ice on the TV, and it was pretty fun.
Yeah. That's the only reason we still have the GameCube, so we can do this at some point. Maybe. I didn't even know we had Metroid Prime, the first one.
I tried to play it, and I didn't find it fun.
Well, shit, I gotta play it.
I mean, like...
I always thought, like, oh, I should get Metroid Prime at some point. We just fucking have it.
Yeah, it's just like... I mean, it's cool, but I find it very difficult. Then I just sort of skipped to the next game, and I found the controls to be a lot improved.
Do you have the second one?
We have, like, Echo or something. It should be in there. It's a Wii game.
No, I know the Wii game. I played the Wii game. Was it Corruption?
Yeah, that one. Well, I don't know if it's a direct sequel to that.
Well, there's Metroid Prime 2, and then there's Corruption on the Wii.
Okay. Well, the
So we're missing
Corruption one is, like, vastly improved controls compared, because I found them to be kind of, like, it was like a new control scheme, and they hadn't really worked out how to do it properly.
Shit,
So
boy.
it felt a bit stiff.
This links to Metroid Fusion. Fusion. I love Fusion. I wonder why and what it happens. Alright, I'm gonna figure this out. This is cool. How have I not noticed that? Maybe I just assumed we didn't have it. Super Mario Sunshine. Pretty much my favorite Mario game because of the atmosphere. I just like the sunny, just walking around.
Did you ever jump on top of the heads of the weird people?
Yeah, they're bouncy.
Yeah.
Delfino. Yeah, pretty good. And of course, Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Yeah.
So many reasons to get a GameCube, but this was one of the biggest ones. Super Smash Bros. You know what that is. It's got all your favorite characters, such as Bowser. And now, onto the Wii games. We don't have this. That's all the GameCube games we have, by the way. All of them. This bunch, that's it. That's it. That's all we had, the GameCube. On the GameCube. And the Wii, we have like not even twice as many Wii games. We're not that Nintendo Superman. You know?
Oh.
But we have this shit.
Yeah,
We thought this was a Castlevania game, it's not, it's a fighting game with a whip.
Yeah. I was really disappointed about that. I should have really looked it up, but I guess I was at the age where I didn't really think about looking up reviews and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was like, I still kind of found it sort of fun, but I was really disappointed. Ugh.
We play games, mini games. So be it. Pretty fun, kind of fun. Not many games. Not to be sold separately. Huh? What does that mean? Not to be sold separately. Does that mean not to be sold separately from the Wii? Because we didn't get this with the Wii. This isn't. We had to buy this. Well, I don't know.
Maybe you can't split the games out of the game and
you can't.
sell them.
You can't do that with anything.
I know, but I guess they just think, oh, maybe hackers will do a thing, and then it'll be like magicians.
If the hackers would do a thing, they wouldn't listen to this little piece of text till the front. Like, oh, I guess I can't do it now.
Well, it might be crazy enough to think, oh yeah.
Orange disc. Yeah, this is a pretty fun collection of mini games for the Wii. You know, nothing special, but the Wii controls like.
There was the
Alright.
thing with like the toy horses, and you have to shake the thing and then run, and
Yeah.
I think I remember. Like,
It's all about the shaking of the stick. Super Mario Galaxy, also a good Mario game.
Yeah.
Haven't played it all that much because
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. I don't like the Wii. In general.
I tried to play it for a bit, but I found the Lumas and giving them the star bits kind of creepy and just sort of off-putting. It's just like.
Well, that's the reason you stopped.
It's just like it's. I think it's supposed to be cutesy, but it's just sort of weird. I know it sounds like a dumb reason to stop, but I was just really about it.
Legend of Zelda, Twilight Prince. You got your Legend, you got your Zelda. Horse. That's a horse.
Nope, actually. But I played almost all the way to the second half of the last boss. I think it's pretty good. I mean,
I like this because it has Midna in it.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it though in general because it's very brown and a very weird like pixelate low resolution image. I mean the Wii had a lot of like just it didn't feel like it was a next gen console at the time and nobody really thinks of it as like on equal with the PS3 even though it's, you know, the same time frame.
Yeah.
It looks, you know, not even as good as some PS2 games. But it's Zelda, so I guess it's good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. You know. I just didn't have like high expectations for the Wii.
Super Smash Brawl!
Hey.
Yeah, obviously, because Melee. Brawl came out and we were like, oh my god! There's like fucking Solid Sank.
Yeah, I wish he was in the Wii U one.
Yep, he's not. Because
He
he's
was like
dead.
my favourite. I punched everyone
Yeah.
with him.
This is Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. I got to a boss and it was just too difficult and I stopped, but it was a fun game up until that point. A lot of the puzzles did not make any sense to me, like how to solve them.
Yeah.
Because the hints were like so esoteric, you just wouldn't understand. You just wouldn't. Like there was a part where I had to like, there was these little bugs crawling all over you if you stood near them, and from other games, I know that little bugs that crawl on you hurt you if there are enough of them on you. So obviously I turned into a ball and I blew them up as soon as they came on me. What you're supposed to do is let them crawl onto you, and then they inflate, and then you can fly up to get to the next part of the level. I kept blowing them up constantly. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get rid of these things.
It's just like.
And it's like they were the solution. It's like there was no point earlier in the game that explained that's what you're supposed to do with them. If they had done that at some point, or made it a bit clearer, it would have been good. That's just one thing, one problem I had with one puzzle. But
Yeah.
overall, it's good, I guess.
I think, you know, going back to like Metroid Prime 1, I think like the reason I didn't like it as much is because I was still like, oh, Metroid Prime 0 is the best game ever, and you know, I just wanted it to be the 2D game that I know and love, and the big change and stuff, and like things that you learn from that game, they don't translate into the other ones, you know, it kind of sucks when you just change it that much that it confuses people.
Yeah. Kirby's Adventure. I think this is Kirby's Return to Dreamland because I assumed that's what it was, because it's got like Meta Knight DDD and Kirby and the Waddle Dee. Look how happy he is. I guess the PAL versions of things don't have angry Kirby. I'm so used to like looking at the fact that, oh, the American Kirbys are always angry and the Japanese ones are always happy. It looks like the PAL ones are always happy as well. I never even noticed this is a different name. But there it is, it's Kirby's Adventure. Which is great because, this game is great because there's 4 players at a time. And it's the cutest little thing, and you got little big swords. Little swords there, and you go, and you're fat, and you can be Kirby. You can all be Kirby. You can be different Kirbys.
Yeah.
It's the greatest game ever.
Charlie was always Waddle Dee. He has a Waddle Dee.
Yeah, he has a Waddle Dee, little guy. Mario Kart, whee, woohoo! It's a game.
I remember having to turn way too
Using
much.
the Wii controller is a piece of shit, because it's just not as good as using the nunchuck, which is my preferred method.
Or the GameCube.
Or the GameCube controller. The nunchuck's easier though, because you just go. But yeah, this is an alright Mario Kart. It's not as good as the obviously new WiiU one, but I keep it because I have it. King of Clubs, a piece of shit that Dad bought because it was a golf game and he thought it would be fun, but it's actually terrible because it's mini golf and it's a really bad, shitty game and it sucks dick. And he never played it because it was bad.
I guess,
So yeah, that's that.
it's just that thing when, like, you know, people who don't know anything about games buy games and just, you know, they're only ever rarely good.
Tomb Raider, Legend of Anniversary. It's basically Tomb Raider 1. This is interesting. Well, not interesting, but it's like I didn't know Tomb Raider Anniversary. I should have figured it out. Was the first game of Tomb Raider, but like in a Wii form. The thing was, I'd only played the first game in the franchise. I hadn't played any of the other ones, and I thought I should buy a different Tomb Raider, and it just turns out to be the exact same game. And I didn't even realize I was playing it, and I'm like, wait a minute, I recognize all this shit.
Yeah,
What? Wait a minute, it's the same! So I've only ever played one Tomb Raider game.
I think, I don't know, I got lost in a section of the mansion somehow. I got locked in a room, and it was like a stupid way I had to get out. You know, I don't know, it's just because of the graphics, I couldn't, you know, in a PlayStation 1 game, it's probably obviously shiny thing. You go touch it because it's like slightly different lighting on it, because its lighting isn't perfect, and you could tell that thing is different. But then in a game with high fidelity graphics, you gotta look at every little detail and go, oh, there's the button, it's that tiny button there in the corner, just push it.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because like, the alternative to having like, when you have high fidelity graphics and everything sort of thing, you need like some sort of indication that that is the thing that you want to do. Like a button you gotta press. So if it's too detailed, what they sometimes will do, they will just make it flash like in a give it a blue light or whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when it looks like kind of realistic and they have this weird blue light just you know, it's just, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it should be there, because it doesn't look like a game to begin with. It looks as realistic as it can be, and it's like you just something about the combination of that and that makes it gate.
Yeah.
Mario Party 8 also gate.
That was terrible.
This is when I asked for Mario Party. I wanted a Mario Party game. I should have just told Mum exactly which one, but she got this one for the Wii instead of the one for the GameCube. And this is one of the worst.
Oh yeah, it's like fucking terrible. We ended up hating each other at the end of it.
I mean, that's the same for any Mario Party, but this one's Mario Party is bad because the
Nobody
mini games are fun.
Nobody wins.
Yeah, the mini games aren't fun, and the board isn't fun usually. It's just
This-
the winner doesn't have fun. That's the thing. The difference between that and other Mario Parties, the winner doesn't have a good time. What's this? It's Sonic the fucking Rings! Secret Rings!
Got it for me because they thought I really like Sonic. I mean, I like old kind of Sonic, but I didn't want that.
What are you talking about, man? This is the best game ever! The best game ever! You go around your Sonic, you go to Egypt.
I don't know. Did you get very far in that?
Nope.
Yeah, I
Didn't care about it. Okay. And the last one. Wii Fit.
Favorite Brawl character? Oh, it's not Brawl, it's WiiU.
WiiU.
WiiU character?
Yeah, it doesn't even have a back, it's just sort of like information. Wii Fit was... It was like a good idea, I guess. I tried it, I enjoyed it, I played all the things, I did the jogging. You know, where you jog in place, where you put the thing in your pocket and you jog in place, but you could just, you know, shake the stick around and it's like, oh, he must be running really fast. But, you know, the only reason I'm not playing this right now is because the thing, we had batteries in it and I just stopped using it for a while and the batteries leaked and it fried everything, so I can't play this anymore. Unless I buy another thing and I don't wanna. Look at this faggot. And if I'm correct, that would be... Oh no, we didn't talk about the Wii U games. Yes, Wii U has just been gotten.
Yeah.
And we've just started playing a few of them. We've obviously got Super Smash Bros. Wii U.
Yeah.
I've got Super Smash Bros. 3DS, which means I can link to it and play with that. And it's fucking, you know, this is a great game, you know this. Henry's been playing Monster Hunter Untold.
Yeah, I like it, it's fun. I mean, it's not a fast game and it's kind of difficult to get into, but, you know, I like the idea and, you know, I enjoy going around gathering stuff. Sounds boring, but, you know, it's kind of like more serious Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I guess it is. A very serious Animal Crossing game. Captain Toad, which we haven't even played yet.
Yeah, but we sort of played it in
We played it a bit in, hang on, Super Mario 3D World. This has Captain Toad in it. We played Captain Toad level. We haven't played the actual game Captain Toad. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? This is fun, by the way. But it's more fun only as a multiplayer. It's not really fun as like a single player, let's play Mario game. You would play Galaxy or Sunshine for that. This is alright, I guess. In like single players. Multiplayer it's hilarious because everything is insane.
Yeah.
Captain Toad we haven't played. Game & Wario. I don't really know. Play all 16 games with just one controller, the Wii U gamepad.
I've played one game so far. That's the thing with the Franks.
Yeah. 16 mini games. It's just sort of like a bunch of things. But yeah, good games. Also, on the Wii U, we have... I'll just show you the gamepad. Look at this Zelda ass.
Yeah, the box.
We don't need to show them the box. They
Well,
know.
you can't show them the small thing that says, "Oh, I have a code."
Well, fucking. There's a Wind Waker.
Yeah.
This Wii U was a Wind Waker Wii U. See, Zelda Wind Waker HD. We've been playing that. In fact, I'm going to play that as soon as I finish recording because that's it, everybody. Hooray! No more video games for you. So that's Wii U Ps3 2, and we've got a GameCube somewhere. And that is everything. Get fucked. What I meant by that is see you next time on Gibbs Crib, where I will not be talking about games anymore. I'll be talking about stuff in my room that may or may not be interesting.